There's not a lot to play for in the A-League, but they have some.
Politi picking up a loose ball for the Wanderers. Ball by La Rocca, Castellan in first time.
Still finding a bit of an issue there with Glory playing that long ball, the one that they played earlier to Sydney. There was still not enough support getting forward and helping him out, and Jamison, who played the ball, was the first one to actually get up there and show the support. In that time, Sydney had turned and had to come out and go through the back again.
It's clearly an intention to get a bit more support in and around Andy Keogh tonight, which is evidence for the early. With the follow-up, Takahagi has won the loose ball. Now it's with IACOPO La Rocca. He'll chip it forward, but too much on that for Bullet.
Great little ball into Rukavica there, and his first touch is really what set him up there to get across Josh Risdon there, and Vukovic to the rescue again, as he has so many times this season for the Glory. The biggest kid in the team taking your goal kicks for your goalkeeper. Just wonder if Danny Vukovic is 100% fit.
Well, it's a problem with his hip area, wasn't it, I think? Bullet just had a look along the line there. He might have been offside. Rocca, Castellan isn't here. Romeo Castellan! What?
The centre half there in Thway, and again Castellan, another great touch just to bring it down, opens himself up and really gives Vukovic no chance. Really well.
Anticipation by Topo Stanley, but he's given it straight back to Harold. And it was Nikita Rukavica who helped out his out.
The chances for him have been few and far between, and he's having to manufacture a lot of things himself, so he really needs a service from the wide players and also the midfielders in behind him.
He's created Perth's only real chance so far for Chris Harold. State League, perhaps?
I'm doing some coaching at one of the State League clubs with the former Glory player Chris Coyne, but I've tried to pull on the boots for a couple of training sessions, and neither's the touch.
I thought the touch was the last thing to go.
Or maybe I never had it, I'm not sure. Maybe it was just the speed.
You certainly had that. Here's Takahagi.
Very good ball there from Djulbic and a great run there from Sydney, but Topo Stanley used all of his experience there just to put a little bit of check on Sydney, and
the young defender stood up. Now gets it back off Takahagi. Rocca, Politi got a piece of it. On now a joint fourth longest streak without a win in A-League history. Bizarre, really, when you consider that.
5-6 weeks ago, they were talking about.
Of course. The centre's perhaps the key for Perth tonight. Whipped in into a decent area by Sydney for the on-rushing Mitch Nichols, but he's put it.
He was going for the over the shoulder, and it's ended up going Rosette in front of him.
Galloway. Topo Stanley able to clear. Came off the shin, I think, of Djulbic. It's left-hand side. Needs an option. It's a little bit agricultural from IACOPO La Rocca. He gets a set piece, probably the best he could hope for.
Yeah, Jamison has also got a good delivery, not in that instance, but generally it's not too bad. But Marinkovic could be a big loss for him.
Anticipation initially by Topo Stanley. Steady down by La Rocca. Galloway, a little bit careless.
Most definitely.
Nichols still field position, whips it across, but Aspro's there. Might get a second go at it. Scott Jamison has been, or at least attempted to be, nice and positive down that left flank. Perhaps enjoying a rare week where he hasn't had to make wholesale changes to his starting 11. Of course, a clear week to can imagine so, wouldn't you? In fact, the Wanderers have only got one more trip outside New South Wales before the end of the Champions League group stage. That's the way corner Perth have been able to force in this opening 45. It's been pretty tepid from the home team. Flags off.
Atmosphere in the stadium at the moment just seems dead.
Yeah. Almost an air of resignation.
Both sets of supporters for the Glory at each end of the stadium just.
La Rocca. Bullock just on his heels. Loose ball.
I guess lucky that nothing come of it from the referee.
Castellin. La Rocca. Western Sydney threatening here. Haliti inside the box, taken away from it by cleared by Kovic, off the head of Harold. Back forward by Djurbic. Now Takahagi.
Exactly the tonic that Glory needed at the start of the second half.
That's first. The game has some edge to it at last. Djurbic there was terrific to watch. Finish not quite enough on it to beat Vukovic. Glory's transition from defence up through mid.
Flying through on Keogh, so can't quite pick the foul on that one.
Difficult for referees. There's so much going on. Castellin. Can't get around Briston. Really clean take by the football, and then he's given it away. Careless. Listen to the groans. Castellin prods it forward. Here's Bullock to try and get past Djurbic, who clears upfield. Pieces fall the way of Chris Harold. He's chopped down by La Rocca. Free kick Perth. No conviction about the home team. Jamison. It's 4 inside the box. Jamison. Is that a shot? Might have been.
Yeah, it's going to go when he goes forward, because when he went forward on that last occasion, it created the counter-attack for Wanderers.
Yeah, don't go too hard. That's local message from the sideline. He managed to smother it for the time being. Castellin. La Rocca. Haliti. Did make it.
There's a lot of hesitation there.
Tanaka there to beat it. La Rocca. Flick from Rukavica. La Rocca has momentum. There's a gentleman beneath us, Travis, I can tell you, he's out of his seat. Perth Glory fan every 2 minutes. Frustrated as hell, even more so now. He's thumping his chair because they've equalised. Western Sydney through Kieran Bullock, who is the man of the moment for Western Sydney. La Rocca. Extraordinary, really, when you consider they led the A-League for 17 weeks and were so consistent.
Well, to be able to...
Nichols and Marinkovic causing mischief for La Rocca. Dragan Talic being readied. Scores it off the boot of the office chair as well. Temper show too towards Kuzmanovsky. Time very